Hello and good evening, everyone. I am Gary Gatto, and welcome to P1's broadcasting coverage of Round 6 of Season 2 of the Votive Indy Oval Series. As tonight, we come to you from POCONO Raceway for one of our two longest races of the season. There you see the conditions on hand for tonight. A pretty comfortable night, 72 degrees ambient, 88 degrees track temperature. As always, joining me in the booth is Luis Gonzalez-Nunez, LGN. Luis, 5 races, 5 different winners. You can't get much more parity than that. Do we see a repeat winner, or do we see winner number 6 this season?
Good evening for everyone. Yeah, I think I don't want to bet for a new winner. I'm gonna bet for somebody's gonna return. So it is Murphy, one of them. I'm gonna say Clendy could be Daniel Richard, but Edson Santos. Last week he won the race. And he started on 9. Yes, last week. Sorry, yesterday. It's not yesterday actually. But and he led 71 laps last race in Texas. So we didn't count him. I said it's gonna be Clendy or Tanner Richard, but it wasn't. So today, POCONO is really open to predict something. It's really open. It's I don't want to say that's Indianapolis, but it's like a Michigan or Auto Club or Fontana or California, whatever its name is, and it's open for everyone. But who knows? Maybe it could be a new winner, or maybe somebody we don't have in our books to say, oh, this is the new winner. It's gonna be excited to see. If we have one more winner, it's gonna be 6. So 6 different winners. It's going to be more excited, the championship for sure.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of us really predicted like Rusty Plant at Phoenix. So, I mean, could we see a surprise winner as well? And surprise winners are always fun to see out there making inroads in a league. Well, we are getting ready to do a bit of a little bit of a warm-up here before the race. Qualifying is done. We'll get in today's starting lineup here. There we go.
At least we have no new pole sitter for today.
Yeah, we've actually had, it was, I think, 5 different races and 5 different pole sitters as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's, I mean, talk about a lot of parity, even with the starting lineups. But there you see the starting lineup. Row 1, in fact, the first 3 spots are Rogue Racing cars. Tanner Richards on the pole with a 2:18.3, followed by Ty Quilla with a 2:18.2, and Clendy with a 2:18.1. Then we have Edson Santos. Watch out for Edson. He is up front this time instead of coming back from the rear. But, you know, he kind of came from the mid-pack at Texas and won that race. Granted, there were a lot of yellows there to help him out, but he's a little bit forward, moved forward for the start for this one. 2:18.1 on the outside of row 2. Back in row 3, Mason Mitchum and another Rogue Racing car, Hunter Ingrave now. He qualifies as the last car in the 2:18 bracket right next to Mason Mitchum on the inside of row 3. Back in row 4 is Costner, and then there is Murphy, and that is probably your best candidate right there to be your 6th winner in 6 races. We'll be watching Murph in the 69 on the outside of row 4. Hunter Smith and Craig Forsyth back on row 5. There's another driver that could very easily win today. 2 drivers that can very easily win today. Hunter Smith and Forsyth both have multiple podiums here in this league. They could possibly be 6th winner in 6 races. Durazo and Wagner back on row 6. Wags is very capable of getting the win here as well. Stearns and Peterson on row 7. Row 9, Dinsdale and Connor Baldwin. Connor Baldwin, I would put in there as a candidate. He's been pretty dominant in a lot of races this season, yet to get the win. We'll be watching him on the outside of row 8. Johnston and Cannizzaro on row 9. Cannizzaro, another one of those drivers that could probably get his first win here today. Back in row 10, it is the prodigy, Indy Kirkenbauer, in the number 100. He's on the inside of Jeff Heisong, back in row 10. Then we got Cole and Bonchek. Hopefully I'm saying that right. In row 11, Averett and Leverd in row 12. Coker and Marcamini in row 13. Pahutsky and Greenlee in 14. There is Rusty Plant and Hugo Gallas back in row 15. And Robinson will be the last car in the lineup, back in row 16. Can Robinson do the worst to first challenge to be that 6 different winner in 6 races? We shall see.
So in chat is Amy, and he said, okay, I thought Shane is gonna be request is today because it's my birthday. So we already know about that. I want to caution-free race today. So let's go out and have a great race by Shane's mom. So congratulations and happy birthday. I hope, but I wanna say, sorry, but I think mail gonna be 4 to 5 cautions because it's too many, and always when the tire, I think so, maybe 2 laps, maybe the first 2 laps could be, or maybe when the tires getting bad. I think so. The track is too cold, so it's gonna be a pack race, and you know when it's happening when it's pack race in INDYCARs.
We get the wheel banging, and they're without the fenders. Cars tend to wreck rather than bounce off one another, but we shall see. But happy birthday to Shane's mom, who is in chat.
This is 180 degree, so it's like a 180 degree between what's happened last week from today's hot stuff to cold stuff, so cold track. So I hope this help well for the drivers, and you know when it's happening on the end when it's a long run, and then some point in the end the people's getting crazy, like as always. Everybody's getting nervous. Everybody want to be on the front. Everybody want to be the winner. So it's going to be excited. I hope it's going to be a good race, as always.
As we are lining up on pit road, there are the current conditions. They really haven't changed at all since qualifying. 72 degrees ambient, 88 degrees on the track temperature, 0 humidity, and a very, very light wind. And there we see the iRacing pace car pull out for our one and only pace lap, going green next time by, I believe. We'll keep an ear open for the radio and see if they decide to go an extra lap. This is 85. Go ahead.
Sorry. Keep going. No, I just asking for the INDYCAR race today, but you can finish and then I asking for something.
Okay. We are probably looking at... anyways, what was I don't even know where I was going with that chain of thought. Go ahead with your question and we'll pick it back up.
Surprise about the strategy of McLaren and Palou again win the race.
Yeah, I think it's looking like Palou is pretty much the favorite to win the championship already this season, starting the season off with two wins and 2 races. Still a long season to go. and he's still yet to ever win in an oval, but that might change this year. But it'll be interesting if he doesn't win in an oval at all and becomes a 4-time IndyCar champion. And how do you rate him against the likes of Sebastian Bourdais, Dario Franchitti, and Mario Andretti with no oval wins? Now, it took, it took a little time for Bourdais to get that oval win, and mainly it was because of the lack of oval races on the schedule. But I would not put Palou in as the greatest driver of those 4. That is for sure. Coming to green flag this time by for 100 laps, 250 miles. Green flag in the air. And we're going to see how these guys decide to manage this fuel right off the bat. Remember, 85% fuel.
So I expect it to be 27 to 30 laps, or maybe 26 to 10. I see how something's almost close up to 30 laps. So it's gonna be 3 stops. But the thing is that the last stop is gonna be a short one. So if we expected yellow, maybe they can save the fuel to the end, because I expect the last stop is maybe 19, 15 to the end. So it's really one short stop to the end.
Yeah, does everybody just simply go like 33, 33, and then go to 34 if they can do that? There's Clindy way on the high side. Edson Santos gets the pass underneath. Edson goes to the inside to the protect.
I counted for 27, so it's like a 27, 27, 27, 19 to the end. It's like a I don't know, but we say something, but the guys do different stuff, so...
Or do you go 25, 50, 75, 100?
Maybe.
And make that first stop a little bit shorter fill. Maybe try to get some track position. Murph goes purple that time by.
So I already see Stack Bonsek, maybe?
Yeah.
Hit the wall, so, when you at least hit or touch a wall or hit the wall in here in Montana, the car is getting slow. That's a problem for the people who want to pass him. So just be careful, the people hit the wall many times.
There is Zach. Underneath him is Indy Kirkenbauer. Edson Santos purple that time by 2:18.6. Right about our qualification speeds. Back up to the front, it is Clindy, Tanner Richards, Edson Santos, Murphy, and Connor Baldwin up 11 spots to 5th. I told you to watch Connor. He's wasting little time, and he's up there already. Of course, this place was purposely built for IndyCar racing. Helped designed by Roger Ward, former Indy 500 winner. Turn 1 is modeled after Trenton, which is no longer around anymore, a longtime IndyCar track. Think of Phoenix, but the dogleg goes in the opposite direction. Instead of going left, it goes right. So that's Trenton.
Oh, we got
him spinning in the back.
Sack and
Dinsdale.
Yes.
And he is damaged. He is wobbling.
Net code.
Let's see what happened there. It's to the inside of Indy Kirkenbauer. And I don't know if that's netcode. He's just really wide in the corner. And there's the netcode. And that is, that's Zach Bonchek. But he seems, he's still rolling. Let's see if that front end snaps back into place and he's forgiven. I don't think he's going to be, but he's going to be able to come to pit road. But he'll have to use that fast repair very early in this race.
If you check very well, Zach touched the apron. He lose like a little bit, just a little bit, and they kind of going wide to. Anyways, with or without netcode, it's gonna be touch Densdale for sure, because he went too wide. Because he
touched the apron and where?
Apron. Yeah.
In turn two?
With the left. Yeah, in turn two.
Turn two, okay. All right, we go a little bit further back in time. He does get right down to the yellow line in turn one. And now the run down the Long Pond Straight. Plenty of drafting opportunities here for these drivers. And this is where we think he touches the apron. And it happened. Yeah, he does right there. It's almost under the graphic, but you see it on the outside of the graphic. And that does disrupt the car a little bit. Unfortunately, we are under caution, but both those drivers should be able to get back to pit road and answer their meatball flags and get the fast repair executed.
Matias, so Marcomini have a damage too. Oh, you know what? In the yellow flag,
he comes to pit road. Yeah, under braking. Marcomini starting off.
And hits Cocker? No, Rusty Plan. Let me see. Is Rusty? Yes, he hit Rusty Plan with the front wing brake. Front wing.
All right, we'll see right here. He gets into pit road kind of hot. Had a good race going at the ISRA Indy 500. Oh, wow. Instant brake right into the wall. Wow. That I don't know what happened there. And then he tries to get back on pit road, doesn't see Rusty Plant coming, and clips the wing.
Sometimes when somebody don't check every single thing, I always like to check every single thing. Doesn't matter how, but I always like to check specific the brake bias. Sometimes the brake bias is in 40 something.
Yeah.
48, 45, 40 something, but must to be over the 55%. Because if you have in 40, maybe something that happened like that, or if it's close to 50, that's what's happening. The car is getting loose on the back. It's kind of weird.
Interesting and we'll talk about brake bias as we get in deeper to this race. But interesting, notice Edson Santos using the access roads in the corner, and he's running lower on the racetrack. Normally, this is a sign that he is trying to even conserve even more fuel under caution, as he thinks that this is going to be a fuel mileage race at this point, and he is running lower on the racetrack, therefore making a shorter lap, while everyone else higher on the racetrack, making a bit of a longer lap. So Edson trying to save on a few precious drops of fuel here to maybe make one of these stints a little bit longer than everybody else.
Yeah, you know what? That strategy, I saw it long time ago with Brandon Trost. I remember when I raced with him, I saw he do the stuff, and I don't laughing, but the other guys, my teammates said, "Oh, he said bad stuff." I said, "What is he doing? What is he doing? Why did he do that?" It's la 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 la. So it's like that makes sense. Shorter
distance around on the bottom while everyone else is up high. No one can pass him, so it's not like he's giving up his position or anything. He's just going a shorter distance while everyone else is going a longer distance.
At least
going to the bottom there.
Had to be a couple of gallons and stuff, but it always makes sense to the end.
But now he's back in line as we're getting ready to go green this time by Tanner Richards, still your leader. We're going green here at lap 9, at lap 8 right now, so we're coming to lap 9. Kyle Clinworth is second, Edson Santos third, Connor Baldwin fourth, Ty Quilla in fifth, Hunter Ingrave sixth, Hunter Smith seventh. Will Van Stearns 8th, Kirkenbauer 9th, Gary Lovern 10th. Here we go. Green flag, and the snake begins down the front stretch. Two groups of cars going with the snake. It looks like the top 10's going with. 11th just decided to hold their line. Everybody through one so far. Down to 2. Clinty to the inside. He will get the position.
So from 14th to 1st, so basically Tanner to Murphy Cocker, Shane Cocker, they've done coming in. So
Yeah, they did come in on lap 7, so they dipped in and got a little bit more fuel. And there are tire limits, so maybe they went for another set, maybe not. But with track temperatures not very hot, I don't expect tire degradation to be extremely bad. But 5 sets of tires, 1 in the car, 4 in the pits, 85% fuel. And one of those first was Forsyth and Murphy. One of the last to not come down pit road was Coker. Coker back to 16th now. Greenlee goes purple with a speed of 2:19.2. First car in the 2:19 bracket. Back to track record here when INDYCAR last came here. Juan Pablo Montoya turned a lap of 223.8 in 2014. And the career INDYCAR wins leaders here. AJ Foyt has 4. Rick Mears and Will Power are tied with second with 3. Yes, Will Power won 3 500-mile races here when INDYCAR returned here back in the mid-2010s. Danny Sullivan, Al Sr., and Uncle Bobby each have 2. Watching this battle in the mid-pack.
So the last visit was after about Justin, or
the last
before?
visit was one of the. I don't think we had the aero screen yet, but we were in the IR18.
Oh, so maybe
I think
it was
maybe 19.
after
Yeah.
Justin.
Yeah, after
Wilson.
Justin Wilson. Yep. Whoa! Side by side in the corner, Ty Quilla and Edson Santos.
It's getting super close.
These drivers have been raving about the setup. It allows them to very much so get through these corners and stay up in the draft. So this is going to be a bit of a pack race today. Car coming to pit road.
Yeah,
Zach Boncheck.
Yes, sir. Something. Oh, I have a meatball flag. So, ooh. I see heavy contact on the exit on turn 2. Yeah, very heavy contact on the exit on turn.
Turn 2 is the tricky turn.
No,
I mean,
one.
no
Sorry,
matter.
one.
Okay, 1.
Yes.
Now, 1
Yes.
actually, 1's very inviting. The high side is very inviting. A lot of cars will get up there and then realize they're running out of room on exit, and they smack that wall. Here's Edson Santos on the inside of Tanner Richards, and he gets the spot. Move Edson Santos, the career wins leader here in the Votive Indy Oval Series, to the lead. Winner last week in Texas, but Tanner Richards says, not so fast, my friend. I'm going to go to the inside, get you into 2 is about the only corner here. That is not one that you can go through very well 2 abreast. It is modeled after Indianapolis. We were talking about the turns, how turn 1 was modeled after Trenton. Turn 2 is modeled after one of the turns in Indianapolis. Turn 3 is modeled after Milwaukee. Those are the 3 racetracks used for the construction and homage to these other racetracks. Inspiration, therefore, of. And now we are back here racing still. Clindy, Richard, Santos, Quilla, Baldwin, your top 5.
They build like that, but it doesn't look like in the car like that, to be honest. Even close, I think it's not even close like Indianapolis, even close like a Milwaukee. It's really, really not the same feel what you have on the car.
Yeah, really, turn 2 kind of feels like a really quick dog leg. You're not in the corner very long, not as long as you feel like you are at Indianapolis. Turn 3, possibly. That possibly feel a little bit like Milwaukee. I think the thing that might help you with getting through turn 3, caution.
No, almost Coker went slow in turn 2. Almost collected by, it was a contact with Greg Robinson in turn 2. Even I see the, when you crash the metal with something and splash the debris of the metal, something like that, yeah. I don't know what it's saying in English, but yeah.
Yeah, I think turn 3 here doesn't drive a lot like Milwaukee. Even though it's supposedly profiled after Milwaukee, and I think it's helped by the higher speeds here, and the fact that you got all the extra downforce to kind of help you through that corner, and probably a different type of pavement as well. Turn 1, we got really nothing in on the surface like turn 1. Turn 1 is kind of unique in its own. And if iRacing ever got into the business of releasing historical tracks, if they ever did Trenton, we would probably see how close that is to how Trenton is modeled. But until then, we just go by the words of the architects. Back into 2. Tanner Richards down low, getting the shot on Clindy. Back to the lead.
Wow, Greg Forsyth have a good push on the high line. And he's going for 11. I think the momentum of the low temperature we have in track is helped to use the high line, because maybe the 100 with the 110 it's gonna be super tough.
Riding with Craig Forsyth, currently in 11th. You see all the leaders in front of him right there. Oh, big push, big push. Oh, all that dirty air getting dumped on him. Now down the front stretch in the 6th gear. And then they'll spread out in the 1. Each one will have a bit of a different line than the car in front of it. You see Craig in the middle. The car in front of him goes low. Car in front of that car goes high. Car to his inside from the Robbie Gordon cam. That is Indy Kirkenbauer giving him room. Into turn 3. Craig likes it up high. He's going to rip it up in that 3rd lane. Getting a big run. Drops a gear to keep the revs up. Trying to run down Hunter Ingrave. Hunter Ingrave going to take a peek to the inside of Hunter Smith.
Why he's bouncing too much, Andy? I don't understand. In the main streets, bouncing around. It's like I don't know if it used the force feedback in 100%, but it's bouncing around in the main straight. I don't know. They have made too many corrections in one. Yeah, like now in the turn 2. I think so. The force feedback for him is too high. It's making a lot of corrections in the main straight, and also in turn 2. I don't know.
Yeah, he's a little wobbly. There you go. Yeah, you see it. Yeah.
I think maybe you have too much force feedback, and when you go into the main straight, the cars make that kind of stuff. But for sure, it's no justice. For sure.
Ty Quilla to the inside of his teammate, Clindy. And now move Ty Quilla to the lead. Clindy first. Richards comes through. He's third. So is Quilla, Clindy, Richards, now Santos. And Connor Baldwin kind of watching things develop in 5th spot. He's kind of got up there and stalled a little bit. But I think he's kind of watching things. Will Van Stern, he is in 6th. He's up 7 spots. Connor Baldwin up 11. Brian Greenlee back there in 8th there in the Papaya, kind of the McLaren Papaya colored car. He is up 19 spots as Hunter Smith gets around him.
Pretty good weekend for McLaren. It could be amazing weekend for McLaren, but it wasn't, because today Palou won the race. But they won it in China GP with Piastri and Lando 1-2, and today Pato and Lungar in 2 and 3. Yeah. Yes, 2 and 3. Oh no, we have a contact Greenway and Hunter Smith and Tron 1.
Gotta go back and check that, see what happened between those two in turn 1. This is Greenlee and Hunter Smith.
And
Greenlee gets into the dirty, and he gets into the dirty air of Hunter Ingrave. He just misses this. Oh, he threads the needle. Wow. But yeah, it looks like Greenlee got the dirty air from Murphy's car and moved up and door checked basically Hunter Smith again, and not again, but Hunter Smith getting contact on him again, and so he is carrying the meatball and needs to come to pit road.
So Will Stearns coming to the pits now. That's he announced now.
Well, he's at lap 25, 26, 25, so if he's going to go to every 25 laps, this is a scheduled stop. Tanner Richards also coming. Look at everybody coming to pit road. Oh, Hunter Ingrave. Did he speed or not? He did not.
No. My God.
How did he not?
iRacing forgive him, but this is the last time. He must to be careful for the next time, because he crossed the line.
He missed his marks a little bit, but he is 69. Mr. Excitement this race.
69 when he crossed the line. Oh. Wow.
That whole group coming off together.
So 25, 26. So I was close, 27.
Indy Kirkenbauer on pit road, scheduled stop.
But because the yellow flag should be 23, 24 laps for a stint, maybe.
Connor Baldwin now up to second. Santos continuing to lead. Baldwin might have taken some notes and seen some past Edson Santos races and said, you know, if I'm going to follow somebody on a fuel mileage race, that's the guy I'm going to follow. So he is following Santos. Now Santos is getting a little bit of help in front of him from Brian Greenlee as Matt Wagner goes to the top with a purple lap of 2:20.6. Greenlee down in 27th on the tail end of the lead lap. And in front of Greenlee is Indy Kirkenbauer, who popped out of pit road just in front of these guys. But Edson Santos now, he's going to come to pit road with Hunter Baldwin, Connor Baldwin. And so many Hunters in this race, sorry. But Connor Baldwin actually pulls alongside and he doesn't need to move. He's there. So he's just going to drag race down, but he might have an earlier stop. Yeah, he does have an earlier pit than Edson. But if Edson had a stop before, Edson would have no choice but to slow down and cut in behind him, costing him time on pit road. Connor done.
So Canizaro's coming now.
I think Connor gets the drop on Edson on pit road. Still see more cars peeling off the pit road, but Murphy now the leader. Remember, Murphy, Forsyth, and Daniel DeRozzo, the cat. Oh, this whole group of cars right here. Cole, Peterson, Wagner, Costner, Hysong, Marcamini, Plant, Mitchum, Johnson, Gallas, Averett. All these guys stopped at lap 7, so they are now looking to pit here in the next couple of laps.
Yeah, so I think Murphy coming maybe in 2 more laps, I guess, because it's 24. We thinking about, because the other guys did 26, so 25 to 26. So I think it's coming in 2 more laps soon.
And we are a third of the way through this thing. If you enjoy P1's coverage of the Votive Indy Oval Series and respect the stream, please do us a solid. Make sure you support us by subscribing. And while you're at it, don't forget to smash like and click the bell so you don't miss out on future P1 iRacing broadcasts.
Oh, Ryan, cool.
Here are the points coming into this round of the championship. Tanner Richards is your points leader by 2 over Connor Baldwin, then Edson Santos, Clindy, Rusty Plant, DeRozzo, Miller, Lover, Peterson, and Fortson. Number of those drivers in the top 10 not in the lineup tonight. Fortson not in the lineup. Miller not in the lineup. So we might see some moving there in the top 10. Canizaro also tied with Fortson for 10th, so Canizaro probably will move up into the top 10.
So Shane Tisdale, I think it's Tisdale.
Tisdale
Came with out of fuel to the pit with 25 laps on the tank. Very, very slow, and just in the use what is the name of this thing? Oh, actually he's missing the mark. So at least he tried to coming back and return the car in the marks, but he have out of fuel on the clutch. He used the clutch, sorry.
Okay. DeRozzo, pit road, scheduled stop. Also, Wagner, he got the black flag. There it is. Oh, I saw him hit that line really fast. I'm like, uh-oh. And he is in that old Al Senior throwback paint from the 92 Indy 500, and he has himself a 40-second wait ahead of him on pit road as we see a number of those drivers that stopped on lap 7 and the lap 7 caution answering the call to get new fuel, more fuel, refuel, that's what I need to say, and new set of tires. Here comes Murph, our leader.
92 miles per hour when he crossed the line.
Oof.
There was 20 miles over.
Yeah, there's no recovering from that one.
No, for sure, no. Maybe 69 or 70.
Oh,
okay.
Will Van Stearns is crippled through turn 1.
But, he hit the wall on turn 3. And he couldn't recover the car when it went down. So you have to make the long lap, and he still hit it. Oof. Wow, that's close.
Hugo Gallas on pit road. Marcamini on pit road. Careful, 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 careful. He has a car right behind him about a second away. Ooh. Now, if this was real IndyCar racing, I'm sure there would be a caution being thrown here because I'm sure there would be parts being shed. But in virtual racing, no caution right now. Meanwhile, Craig Forsyth, he completes his stop. He's down and away. Forsyth went 29 laps on that stint, actually 30 laps on that stint. And he will pop right back out with the group of leaders right in front of him. It is Clindy, Quilla, Richards, Murph, Cannizzaro, Santos, Baldwin, Lovern, Ingrave, and now Forsyth comes out and re-enters in 10th. He needs to stay with that draft, and so does Hunter Ingrave. Ingrave needs to stay at that draft.
We've seen some incidents, but it's like at least is race incidents. We don't count the first yellow flag because it was a net code. Also quit by error for Stack, but for now a pretty good race for now.
Yeah, one of the best places to take a screenshot of Indy cars is especially when they come around turn 3. Here's, Richards down to the bottom, going into 1. He just sends it. If you get a picture of a bunch of Indy cars going through turn 3, that is a great screenshot. I'll show you many different lines, many different approaches to turn 3 here at Pocono. There's just not one textbook approach. Now here in turn 2, the textbook approach is down on the bottom right there. But watch as they go through 3. Look at the different lines there.
Easy, you can make a 3 wide turn, but always the guy on the outside close to the wall have to leave the car for sure, but easy you can make it 3 wide. You can see the 3 cars on the front, Quilla, Richards, Cannizzaro, I think so, no. Is just burning fuel, but Murphy, Clendy, Santos, especially Santos, Baldwin, Gary, Forsyth is doing now because he was a little bit trying to pass Hunter. They save fuel. They need to save fuel to do the end of the stop, little bit short for when they did in the middle.
Quickly approaching the halfway point, lap 42 of 100 in the books. Your leaders, Ty Quilla, Tanner Richards is second, John Cannizzaro is third, Mark Murphy fourth, Kyle Glenworth is fifth. Santos, Baldwin, Lovern, Forsyth, Ingrave make up the remainder of the top 10. Top 10 have kind of pulled away a little bit. Terrazzo, the Cat, and Cole, they're going to have to work with one another to kind of reel that group in. Let's check out gaps. I believe they are well out of the draft envelope. Yes, they are. It is 2.5 seconds back to this next group. So they have to work together and they have to hustle because next round of pit stops are not that far away for a lot of these drivers. Quilla, Richards, Cannizzaro are already more than 12 laps into their run. 16 for Richards, 16 for Quilla, and 12 for Cannizzaro. Santos on the inside of Clindy. They're still side by side coming off the corner now. Clindy slots in front. Quilla just giving a little bit of arrow draft to everybody down the Long Pond Straight. He gets passed by Richards going into 2. He'll get another shot at Richards going down the main straight if Canizaro does not stay in front of him. Clindy full send on the outside of Murphy gets the position. Quilla to the inside of Richards, and he clears him going into 1. Richards stays up high. Canizaro down below him now. Now they slot in, get in the single file. Murph blinking out there. That second group now back almost 4 seconds. And getting farther behind. Lindy trying that high side rip again. Doesn't work, but he's going to get a big, hefty bunch of momentum. And he's going to pull alongside Canizaro. He's going to have Quilla pop down to give him a little bit of draft, but not enough to get the pass pulled off before going in the 1. He will stay high. Oh, Canizaro kisses the wall off of 1.
I hope it's not going to be a big deal for him, but doesn't look like. If we have a draft, it's going to be... okay.
Oh, his car is in a bad position going into turn 2. He just scooted up the racetrack, almost got into the side of Quilla. Thought better of it. Had to roll out a little bit. As you see, it's costing him a little momentum to that top 3. As Murph continues to blink. We'll see this next group from 11th on back. Here they are. Now that inside car that just moved to the front, that is Wags. Wags is 1 lap down at 28th. We know he has pace, but he does not have the position in the standings he's wanting right now. But maybe he can work with these guys to move them forward. Bringing with him, that is Sam Costner in the 81.
Yeah, they lose 2.5 seconds. You mentioned.
Yeah, they are 5 seconds back now.
I think you mentioned on like 10 laps ago.
Yeah.
About the distance. Yeah, so now it's 5 and it's going more. I think it's not understanding between.
Oh, contact! Wow. Wags goes contact with Cole. Yeah, these guys need to get organized and start working together. Right now, they are not working well with one another. And you can tell as this number... contact! Oh, my goodness. What happened there? We are under caution. Ryan Cole with a big lick with Matt Wagner. And both of them kind of go down the pace. One goes down, one comes up. So let's look from, I want to watch from Peterson's point of view here.
Mm-hmm.
One of the admins from the Dark Horse Racing Series, which we will start streaming for them. Races in May. Oof. I think it's just I don't know. We'll leave it up to race control to decide that one.
So I have an opinion about the lines you have in the pavement.
Yeah.
If we going for that, Matt went to the line of Ryan. Ryan keep the line going, so his line is still over there. But Wagner went to the left, and just a little to left, and that's everything happened.
So we are under caution right at the halfway point of this race. 125 miles in the book of the 250 scheduled. And we will see who comes to pit road. I would assume everybody will come to pit road, especially that is falling on lap 50. And it's since it's divisible by 25 and this is a 100-lap race, we're probably looking at the next to last pit stops right here for everybody. So,
very smart to everyone coming now.
Yeah,
sure.
Quilla, Richards, Clindy, Cannizzaro, Murphy, everybody, Santos, Baldwin, Lovern, Forsyth, Hunter Ingrave. But that whole second group, they get a bit of a reprieve. They have now caught up to the main group here, and they are back in this race. Peterson, Pahutsky, Kirkenbauer.
Oh, change stay out.
Shane Didsdale?
Yeah, just
yeah, he's on the he's going to be on the wave around. Yep.
So basically, this 50 laps to go is like the Fixa Series. So it's gonna be one only stop to the end.
Yeah, a fixed series when they come here is typically 60 laps. So yeah, we're right at a point where kind of in a fixed series race.
Oh, it was 60 laps before.
Yeah.
Long time ago. Now it's 50.
Is it 50?
Yeah, and especially also Indianapolis was 60 before, and they put in 52. I don't know, 50. I don't know.
I have to go back and look. I forget. I can't keep everything under. I try to remember everything, but I can't keep track of all the. All I know is about a mile and a half track, so it always tend to be 75 laps. Mile and a half tracks for Indy Fix always seem to be right around 75.
So, Zach, wrote in chat. So if you wanna read, is Bonsek the last last name? Or yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because he said I had the 42. My last name is hard, but it getting my first name, but my first name, but my last name is Bonstek. I think Bonstik, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, best thing to do, I've discovered the best thing to do is over on the Discord server for Votive, send us a voice memo. And I think I could do it with your phone, I think. Send us a voice memo with how you say your name, and that's probably the best way. We had a guy one time tell me phonetically how it was, and I said it phonetically, and it was still wrong. And then he sent me a voice memo, and I'm like, why don't we do this more often? We got the tools, right? Sends me a voice memo saying his name, and then his name was almost like a name of a wrestler that, you know, LG and I watch a lot of wrestling. And I'm like, all you had to do was tell us that it was just like the name of the wrestler, or it was also he was an actor, right? And I could probably so if there's an actor out there that shares a very similar name, say it sounds like this or something, but yeah, either that or send us a voice memo. That's probably the best way to let us know that we are the butchers of names. We ask for your forgiveness in advance, but send us a voice memo. We will correct ourselves going forward. We're getting ready to go green here. We're at lap 52. We're coming to 53. Your leaders, Ty Quilla, Kyle Glenworth, Tanner Richards, Mark Murphy, John Cannizzaro, your top five.
Yeah, so I am the worst to pronounce different name. Is not Latinos or Spanish names.
You are the best at that. I mean, you make it sound, you know, like with, you know, excitement and roll the R's and all that. Yeah.
Just I read it what I said there. That's it. That's
like if I say if it's just Rodriguez, it's Rodriguez, and you're like Rodriguez, you know. We are back at green. Aquila, or as LGN say, we are back racing.
Oh, racing, yeah, the racing con Rodriguez y el, what else? iRacing, yeah. My God.
Clindy to the inside. He'll pick up back the lead here around Aquila. Inside of Aquila is Richards. And here comes Murph. He's looking for a way around. So we got 2 cars in this group that have won this season.
Oh, Murphy almost in the wall.
Oh, he
Wow.
did. He caught it. Glindy won at Iowa. Richards won at Kentucky in the big Votive Derby. Edson Santos has won. He won last week at Texas. Quilla, Canizaro, and Murph have not won this season. Same thing with Greg Forsythe at 6. Oh, Murphy slides up in front of Forsythe.
Oh, so Rusty. Big net Colin, Rusty, and Greg Robinson in turn 2. Robinson hit the wall, but nothing big over there.
Whoa,
Wow.
Richards with Canizaro on the outside. Richards has the lift a little bit. That's going to cost him some momentum down the front straight.
That was...
And that cost him 2 positions as he's back to 6th.
Big run on the great foresight over there. So do you see, maybe you didn't, but do you see Tanner Richard in turn 2 touch the apron, and you understand between pro guys, they understand how to touch the apron and they know he got to leave the car, versus others, they touch the apron but he keep going. So you
in turn
really
3
understand.
in turn 3
yeah,
turn 3
2.
sometimes you can use the apron down there to help your car rotate, and he understands on how to do that.
Turn 2, actually.
Oh, turn 2. Connor Baldwin to the inside, 3 wide into 2 underneath Richards. The Richards right now seems to be losing a little bit of pace. I don't know if he's got his tires really hot, but here's Baldwin to the inside, bringing with them Gary Lovern.
Sometimes it's happened to me when you have a big run at first and second stint, and then some point you come into the pit, new tires with everyone, and your performance is getting bad. We don't know, nobody know why, but you have to think about it, how adjust your inside adjustment to make the car going better than the first stint.
Baldwin to the inside of Richards. They go through 2 side by side. Richards has a high momentum and gets on by Baldwin. Baldwin goes high side this time in the turn 3. Tries for a run. Doesn't materialize, but here comes Gary Lovern. We are lap 60 now, next time by, so about another 15 before we expect final stops. This race is quickly going by. Marcamini, Mason Mitchum, and Turner Johnson. That's Hysong, excuse me. They were 3 wide coming off of 2 a moment ago. Off of 1, excuse me, going through 2. Meanwhile, back up front, Clindy is now your leader. Is Quillen second, Canizaro third. They got lap traffic in front of them. That is Will Van Stearns. Cannizzaro is going to try to follow Clindy through on the bottom underneath Quilla. And, oh, dirty air. He slides up right behind Quilla. Could not follow him through. And slides up right in front of Forsyth. Forsyth ripping the top again. So's Santos. So's Connor Baldwin. Let's ride with Craig Forsyth again. Going down the Long Pond straight, 226, 227, 228, 229 going into turn 2.
Murphy and Baldwin content on turn 2.
Oh, big wreck in the back.
More car. Gary Loebner also too.
Lovert in it. Connor Baldwin in it. And of course, it happens right when I'm in an in-car segment. All right, we have to go back and review this here. And Baldwin and Murph.
Andy, Spoon. Ooh. Yeah, we have about 4 cars in pole.
And okay, that's kind of what happens is that we'll go back and look at this again. And let's see if we get a bit better angle here from the blimp. So if you notice, when they go through 2, Baldwin, which is the car to the inside of the white car, the red, white, and blue car, they're coming into 2. Baldwin stays low. Watch the car in front of Baldwin. That is Edson Santos. Santos goes to the bottom 2. He catches the dirty air, and then that loses. He can't quite turn as much as he used to into the side of Murphy. Puts Murphy into the wall. Then they play ping pong. And here comes Gary Lover, and he kind of innocently gets caught into this thing. That's Kirkenbauer. He got caught here. Greenlee dodges. But, yeah, watch how fast all this happens. We'll watch from Kirkenbauer's point of view. But watch how fast all this happens in front of him. How much time he doesn't have to slow down. Watch this. The wreck is going to happen. Wreck is happening in front of him, out of sight now. Now he comes around the corner. Here it is. Okay, I'm trying to slow down. Which way to go? Which way to go? Outside. Oh, and that's just how fast it happens.
The thing is also, the car is in the middle. He slowed down when he exited on turn 2. He braked the car, but
wow, watch it. Oh, there he spins out.
Screen.
Yeah.
You have a direct screen in front of you. You have the smoke and the car, and there's like a whatever. Whatever's happened, just do it.
This is interesting because if you come to pit road now, you're still going to have to come to pit road later. If you come to pit road now, maybe we start getting a rash of cautions now to wrap this race up. Maybe that saves you, but if you come to pit road now, you're going to be, let's say, at least 7 laps short.
Yeah. Well, this is the gamble because they can. So I can come in. I said, okay, I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna put my fuel. So I change the tires. I come in. I gone out. And what happened if I won the gamble? Means is they have yellow flags in lap, maybe the last 6 laps, or maybe 8 laps. You have 2 yellow flags. I can win the race because I gamble good. But the problem is if you're coming in and it not happen nothing, I'm gonna lose 1 lap actually. Basically 1 lap because I have to come in to the last 7 laps. What you said. So it's really this moment a gamble, but nobody wanna gamble and everybody do it the smart thing, stay out. Because they need to only 17 laps maybe or maybe.
Well, let's see. Let's
15?
let's look at people. I mean, let's just say that 25 is a pretty easy number for everyone to hit, fuel-wise. So even at 64, if we pit here and someone goes 25, that gets you to 90. So they would need at least, I would say, 2 cautions in order to make it on this being their last stop.
That's the one that's the gamble.
Yeah.
You can win or
And
you
then-
can lose.
And then all they need to do is really have enough fuel to get around. If there's like a late caution, like a lap with like 3 to go. If there's a caution with 3 to go here at Pocono, that ends the race basically. So if you could get to 97 and then a caution happens in there, then you're good to go to the end. But if no caution happens in there, no late caution occurs, you're probably going to have to come in for a last dash of fuel. But yeah, we're right in that gambling area right now. We're how much you want to throw the dice, because there's no sure thing that's going to be occurring out there right now.
It's happened to me in Indianapolis in the top split when I won the race, because the last lap last 3 laps I won the race over all of these big guys, and because I gamble, I stay out, and the yellow flag is out in that time and the race over, and I saw other guys won the race from back to front because they gambled.
Well, here we go. Green flag in the air. We still have at least one more stop, we think, to get to the end. We'll see if anybody tries the gamble. Lap 65 of 100. It is Quilla, Clindy, Cannizzaro, Santos, and Richards, your top 5. But we are jostling further in the back.
So it's gonna be interesting how Red Forsyth is gonna be.
Forsyth and Hunter Ingrave both came in on lap 63. Rusty Plant came in 63. Dinsdale at 63. High Song 63. So all those guys came in at 63. They're gambling now. Oh, Marcamini coming to pit road,
yes.
Answering a black flag.
Black flag because it's not the first time. He said race control. It's not the first time you jump in a star. So if you see the replay, he leave at least 2 cars on front, and he just going when he have the green flag and take the left to gain the position on the big main straight. So that's why he have a black flag for.
Oh, he passed on the left.
Jumping.
He passed on the left before crossing the start-finish line?
No, he didn't. But
okay.
When you have that game, you can at least leave a little bit and you pass the line, and then you can gain the position at least one
okay.
turn. So already catching
and I believe that's a drive-through penalty, so he did not have to stop on that. That was just a drive-through. So he's out there turning laps by himself. Meanwhile, back up front, Cannizzaro is behind Quilla and Clindy. Now, Cannizzaro, he has a high I rating, just not a lot of experience in these cars. Meanwhile, in front of him, it is Clindy and Quilla, 2 teammates with many starts in the top split broadcast that we do on Tuesday nights here on P1, 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Don't miss it. Yeah, he's kind of he's a bit at a disadvantage teammate-wise and experience-wise, so we'll see how he plays this out between these 2 Rogue Racing teammates of Quilla and Clindy. The Cat Durazo, he's big thankful of that caution that brought that second group forward. Got some strong opinions in chat over that wreck. Hey, that's what chat's for. You got an opinion? Voice it. Here comes Hunter Smith. Hunter Smith was in that second group. He's had his race rescued. Tanner way up in the wall. And Durazo got the run on him there, too. I think he had to check up a little bit. I don't think he expected to see him up in the wall when he got up there. Here's Edson Santos to the inside of Cannizzaro. He Brazilian slides right in front of Cannizzaro. John, that is what we call a Brazilian slide. And if you don't really understand what a Brazilian slide is, stay behind Edson a little bit longer, and you'll experience a number of them. Nothing against Edson. Edson listens when his spotter says clear. Edson listens. Here comes Hunter Smith to the inside of Cannizzaro. Hunter Smith, last week when we covered the Elite Racing League's Warriors for Peace INDYCAR series, and a little bit of an early out at Barber. But we have a week off this week before we head to Long Beach, so a chance for all those drivers to reset. Same thing with Clindy. Clindy had a bit of a rough week, or a rough day there. He finished, though.
It is very tough race on Barber. Really tough. Also with the oh my God, I forget the name. Different thing. Anyways, so yeah, very tough Barber actually. Yeah.
Durazo loses a couple spots. He's back to ninth. Not sure what happened. Might have kissed the wall. We missed it. But Bahutsky and Costner get the run around him. Bahutsky up 20 spots. He started on 27th spot. He's now in 7th.
Oh. Okay.
Greenlee Peterson. We got a car coming down pit road.
They have a little bit incident. Yeah, Conor Barway. So incident with Conor and Murphy. Murphy make the move to the left, and Bodwin make the move to the right, and they have a contact because Bodwin tried to put the car in between.
Oh, he just.
But yeah.
He punches out. He's had a day. He says he's done. We understand. We've all been there on both sides of the driver situation. But it's a rough day, and right now, I mean, very close quarters with these cars in this draft. Long straightaways here. And now, next time by, the pit window will open for anybody that wants to come to pit road for their final stop to get to the end. The leader's been out for 23 laps.
I'm thinking about Craig Forsyth.
Craig Forsyth is in 11th.
Yeah, he need to at least one yellow, maybe, I hope two.
Well, maybe he comes down pit road with these guys. I don't know. Maybe because he'll get a shorter fill. He could jump some spots there. He would need just enough fuel on top of the fuel he has to get to the finish, whereas everyone else is going to be basically on dry tanks, and they'll need to fill up all the way to the level they need to get to the end. Tanner Richards down low in the turns 2.
Durazo's coming now.
All right, Durazo coming now. He'll answer the call. He'll be the first of the leaders to come down pit road with exactly 25 to go. The other thing he needs to hope for is no caution.
Yeah. Why? Well,
I believe pit road speed limit here is 55 miles per hour. I could be wrong. Well, we're still jockeying for position in the short chute.
Clint is coming now.
Yeah, well, watching all of them. I think all the road guys coming down pit road for a scheduled and planned stop. Final stop. Maybe go one extra lap just to ensure they can get to the end. Who else is on pit road with that shot there? Will Van Stern's on pit road. Rusty Plant on pit road. Rusty, well, he's down and away. Now Santos by himself. And when I say by himself, he has no one in front of him for a second, but he's still in the draft window, and no one behind him by a second, but they're still barely in the draft window. But basically, he is by himself.
Oh.
Cannizzaro.
Black flag.
Black flag for Cannizzaro coming to pit road too fast for the final stop, and he does a Scott Dixon, unfortunately.
You remember when I told you this is going to be the last one?
Yeah.
So, again, 69, he crossed the line.
And he's going to get held there for 40 seconds, which is basically a lap here at Pocono. Here comes Edson Santos to pit road. Hunter Smith to pit road. We got, who's that third car back there? That's Gary Lovern? No. Casey Pahutsky. That's Casey Pahutsky to pit road. And that turns the lead over to Craig Forsyth, who pitted on lap 63. Now, if we were at 100% tanks, maybe. At 85% tanks, I don't think he's going to make it. He needs to stop again.
I know in liters how much is left, but I don't know in gallons. But he can make, let me tell you, he can make, 1 second. He can make, not 10 laps, 22 laps more? I don't know. I guess it could be go to the end. Wait, I may be wrong.
And Sam Costner right behind him, but he needs to come to pit road anytime now. Sam just going long. He's 29 laps into his stint.
Okay, so with fuel tank, with the tank at 100%, it's just only make it 4 laps maybe, or 3 laps more. But it's not. It's nothing yet. It's nothing. Still nothing.
Now Hunter Ingrave up to second spot. He is 18 laps into his stint. He is on the same strategy as Craig Forsyth. Indy Kirkenbauer on a very similar strategy. Kirkenbauer is involved in that last caution, and there's the first caution that we can expect those, and it's Durazo and Coker. And this is the first caution that we can expect that might make it possible for those that were up front saving to go on the no more stops. It's going to be close now.
I think, I don't know. He have it's 2 incident 1. So Will Stern with Coker, and then Coker went down. And just collected.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's weird. Oh, he approached too early to the corner. That's my result of the, or maybe investigation. I said, I don't know. It's too early.
Let's see, we checking out chat. And we got Sophie's in there. Also the Marco. So it's not just Edson. So somebody out here has got picked up the nickname Marco.
You know what who Marco is. But I think it's no Marco and it's no Edson. It's mostly. But I'm gonna put out Edson and Adriano out of that.
Oh, in terms of the Brazilian drivers?
Yeah. Yes. And it's
All right.
many
Oh,
others.
here comes Greg Forsyth. That comes to pit road. Hunter Ingrave going to come to pit road. He has Gary Lovern in front of him. Kirkenbauer come to pit road. Final stop. Clindy's going to stay out because he came to pit road earlier. So now we'll move Clindy, Quilla. And in front of Clindy, we got 3 cars that are going to get the wave around. I believe that is Turner Johnson. He will get the wave around. He will be back on the lead lap. Mark Murphy will get the wave around, albeit he's blinking. He'll get the wave around, put on the lead lap. And Wags will get the wave around and people put back on the lead lap. And they will have time to try to do something to get up through this field.
So what is Craig? Craig. Oh, it's 13. What happened with...
And once again, if you're just joining us, you are watching P1's coverage of the Votive Indy Oval Series coming to you from POCONO Raceway, where we have 18 to go here. If you're just enjoying us and checking out our coverage of tonight's race, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel so don't miss out on the next race. Next race is next week. Same bat time, same bat channel as we go to New Hampshire for our final short oval of the season as we get into the last 3 rounds of the season. Here is our schedule coming into today's race. After tonight, it is New Hampshire, then Charlotte, and then we will wrap up with 250 miles, 100 laps at Indianapolis. And then you see the wave arounds being given to those drivers as Wags just drives right through the middle of the pace car. But we will go green next time by Clindy is your leader. He has started up front, been up front virtually all day long. Same thing with Ty Quilla, Edson Santos. He had a good start. He started 4th, currently 3rd. Tanner Richards, our pole sitter. He's been up front all day. Hunter Smith, not one of those that really started up front. Had to fight his way up there. Smith in 5th, started in 9th. Casey Pahadsky, he has himself a good run. He is up to 6th. He's up 21 spots. Eric Peterson, the Dark Horse admin. And a reminder, their season starts in May for the Dark Horse Racing DW12 series. And check them out. That's the longest running DW12 series there is on the service. And it'll be right here on P1. They start in May. He is in 7th spot, up 7 positions. Mason Mitchum, we haven't given him much of a shout out in the baby blue or the STP blue, whatever you want to call it. There he is. He is up to 8th. Started in the top 5, down a couple spots, but got himself back in a position where he's closer to the front for the win. Will Stearns had himself a bit of a rough race, but the fast repairs got him to 9th, and Brian Greenlee, he has had a rough race, but the fast repairs got him back to 10th. And we are delaying the start. Delaying the start.
The schedule is still in the screen.
So race control delays the start for one more lap. Not sure. I don't think we were all in position further on back. Oh, Turner Johnson coming to pit road with damage, and I'm wondering if that's what brought us. Yes, that is exactly what happened. We under caution.
Oh no.
The field bunches up. And Murph into the back of Johnson. Johnson gets up on the back of Plant really quick. He binds up Murph. Kyle kind of piles in the back, and then we race control delays the start. Wagner did a good job of just not passing anybody.
The schedule is still in the screen.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We're didn't mean to do that. There's so much going on. Let's watch this again. Sorry, folks. We delayed the start again. Production value very low, but again coming up to speed. And here's what happens. And just the cue. It's just the cue here. Rusty Plant rolls up on Durazo. He breaks. And then here comes Johnson. He breaks. And then here comes Murph. And he breaks. And then Wags does a good job at avoiding. But that's why we went an extra lap. And I apologize for keeping the schedule on the screen for so long. Not going green. We're going green one more time.
More time.
Wow,
again.
this would have been interesting if Craig would have been in the lead still. And now we hear him burning off fuel. So a delayed green.
I don't understand. So Matias got disqualifying, but I don't understand. Oh, okay. So, give me 1 second.
Yeah, I'm not sure. He got DQ'd, and he is now out of the race.
Because he make. Oh, okay. So once again, I guess. So when you approach in turn 3 to going for, oh my God, so many voices in the chat here. So when you go into the tree and you approach for the green flag, you have to be behind the car. You cannot be 3 or 10 cars behind on the group. And so he approached the car and then he lifted the car again. So that's why he got the qualifying. So that's the reason the disqualifying for him from the race.
Interesting. Well, does Edson Santos need to be closer? He's got himself a bit of a big gap there.
That is what is Santos?
Santos is third.
So this is the gap. So now everybody have to be close because we are going for the green. But Matias, in between turn 3, he left the gap between the car in the front to him. That is not gonna happen because we are proceed to go into the green flag now. So that's why you can do it in turn 1 before the green flag, but not in turn 3.
All right, well, here we go. Pace car off. The leader is now Clindy. Is Clindy and Quilla on cue? They match their takeoff, which they could do. They're probably in queue together and, or on a channel together. And they get themselves a little bit of a gap back to Edson. Tanner Richards in 4th, Hunter Smith 5th. And we're back racing, 14 to go. As the top 6 kind of start to pull away a little bit.
You know what is funny? If it's Greg Forza stay out without coming in, we've been for 2 laps more like a usual.
Yeah, I think if he would have stayed out, I don't know how much. Oh, Hunter Smith into the wall. I think off of 3. But yeah, if he would have stayed out, I don't know. I really don't know. Wags coming to pit road. But he needed a lot of caution, and we got a lot of extra caution there.
He needed 1 more caution. That's it. And 100% 1 more caution is going to come in soon. Because the nervous, everybody's getting nervous, especially me. If you have a 10 to go, I want to win the race. I have the opportunity to win the race. Everything's going to happen. So
Turner Johnson shown with a black flag, so he'll have to answer to pit road. Very interesting race again today. Willett to the point. And now they got Wags in front of them. Eric Peterson to the inside of Cannizzaro. That is not for position, just track position. There's an extra car between him and Mitchum. It's a battle for Greenlee now. That's a battle for 7th, 8th, and 9th. Costner to the inside of Stearns. Sends it to the bottom. Greg Forsythe thinking about taking a 3 wide off the corner. Slots in for 2. Taking it behind. He's drafting from behind of Will Stearns here, so he's still being patient. Might have a new set of tires and light tanks on, so this is probably going to help him. But he can't stay back here much longer. 11 laps coming to 10 laps to go. Mitchum taking evasive maneuver off the corner. Hunter Ingrave doing the right thing, following Craig Forsythe. There's one driver you can learn a lot from. That is one of them. Meanwhile, Hunter Smith getting a drop on Richards, going into 2, heading down the 3. The lead car in that pack is Matt Wagner. He is not your leader. He is currently last car on the lead lap. Costner going to go 3 wide with Ingrave in the middle and Forsythe up high. And they settle it out back in single file coming off the corner. Rusty Plant getting a high exit off of 2 there. 9 laps to go. Wags, I think, gets out of the way.
That's it. Okay. Okay. The worst time to get away for the group, really. Was almost Hunter Smith got collected.
Hunter Smith with a couple of podiums this season. Looking for another this race. He's in 5th. Casey Pahusky, one of his best runs of the season. He's in 6th. Brian Greenlee, best run of the season for him. With a couple positions behind in 8th, up 20 spots. I think the longer Ty and Clindy work with one another, the more they're going to kind of pull away from this group. Although here comes Hunter Smith down low on Edson Santos. Hunter Smith going to have a run off the corner, but he's still side by side with Santos. Santos is going to have the draft of Ty, and he will continue to hold on to 3rd.
So Santos, he need to think about it he need to think about it about the move to the end, because if he's first in the last lap, for sure the race is not going to be for him. But we see many battles with your lead on the last lap win the race. So, but these 2 teammates make the wall for maybe Clendy to win the race or Huila, but one of these 2 guys have to.
Oh, contact in the wall. We're under caution, and that is Greenlee and Will Stearns and Rusty Plant.
Oh, net caught.
Yeah, you can pretty clearly see in that picture that was net code. We'll go back a little bit more here. And I think Rusty Plant was not related, but I think he was coming up on the scene and became a victim of it. We'll see here. Again, look how the space between the 2, there it is, net code, boom, inside. And Rusty Plant, oh, he gets in the back of Averett. And Averett's involved, so a little bit of seeing action. Oh, so look at Durazo on this. Watch Durazo on this.
Where's the rush? Oh, there. Whoa, this back.
Whoa. Wow.
Whoa. Whoa.
All right, so now if you're Craig,
It could be maybe hit his head in the steering wheel for sure.
so now
Because,
if you're
coming in.
yeah, now if you're Craig, I think this probably would have got him home if he stayed out. But how do you know really what's going to happen? So he does the right call. He comes to pit road, but if he really wanted to gamble, and again, here are the points. And I promise I will not leave this graphic on the screen for very long. There are the points coming into today's race, and he's not really in the points running. He could have gambled here today, but that's just not his MO. And I think maybe he could tell me afterwards, no, Gary, I was going to run out of fuel regardless. I think he might have been very close since where these cautions fell. So we're going to go, and here comes, I think, Gary Lover, and he's getting the lucky dog. Put him on the tail end of the lead lap. But we're going to go. Tanner Richards. What happened to Tanner Richards? Did he just blink out?
Tanner Richards. Oh no, this is connected. Why?
So Tanner Richards, I believe, has DC'd.
He said no. He said manually disconnected. You know what? He decided to leave the session because he have a one. Wait. He have a one blink, two blinks, disappear, and then disconnected by himself.
Oh, okay.
So maybe he know because I think iRacing show you the black, the flag of the new flag for disconnection.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it's really, really bad disconnection or maybe bad connection, they show you the flag about the this has happened. So
I'm trying to check see what happened with if it's in the logs here. Oh, and we're doing a delayed. All right, this is interesting. We now had three of these now. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to Tanner there.
To be honest, So now, okay, cool. So race control decide to put the one to go. So we're gonna go now green next time by. So it's gonna be 2 to go.
All right, so here we go. Let's reset.
Yeah,
let's reset the field here so everyone knows what's going on. So there's a number of meatball flags currently. Cars on pit road. It is Clindy, Quilla Smith, Hunter Smith, Edson Santos, Casey Pahutsky, Eric Peterson, Craig Forsyth, Hunter Ingrave, Sam Costner, Hugo Gallus. That is your top 10. Also on the lead lap is Indy Kirkenbauer, Mason Mitchum, Jeff Heisong, Greg Robinson, Dinsdale, Lovern, and that's the top 16 there. And I believe that we're late enough in the race that everybody on the lead lap gets queued in right behind one another for direct contact. So everybody in the top 16 is going to be racing for positions here with a green-white checker. Natural green-white. Well, kind of natural, I guess. So we did delay going to green, but we'll see. It's a bit of an odd ending here, but I'm not sure why we delayed the green. Hopefully we'll hear something about that in the post-race. But it is Clindy, Quilla, Smith, Santos, Pahutsky, and we're going green with 2 to go.
I think was for iRacing. It's like a iRacing, I think, so it's gonna finish the racing in yellow flag. That's why.
And Quilla takes the lead over in turn 1. Now we got the run down the long pond. Here's Hunter Smith. He goes to the inside. Clinty goes to defend. Clinty goes to the inside on Quilla. Gets the position in 2. Hunter Smith tries to follow through. Coming to the white flag.
Oh, too high. Oof.
Hunter Smith might have lost his chance there. Quilla to the inside. Hunter Smith regains speed again after the momentum loss in turn 3. Down underneath Edson Santos. Quilla now leader off the corner. He does a little bit of the snake down the backstretch or to the long pond straight. Here comes Clinty to the inside through turn 2 for the last time.
I think the race is with Quilla or Clinty.
Quilla to the inside. He's going to clear Clinty. And Quilla down to the front. And now 6 races, 6 different winners here in the Votive Indy Oval Series.
Really good. So Preston, Rusty, Tanner, Quilla, Santos, and today Quilla.
And they're racing the last lap like it's still we're racing. I saw a checkered flag.
I saw the checkered flag.
And in the first time here in the channel's history, we have actually caught a tie Quilla victory. He's your winner by 0.083 of a second over his teammate Clinty. Hunter Smith is in 3rd, Edson Santos 4th. Casey Pahusky with a great finish, top 5 for him. He comes home with the 5th spot. Forsyth 6th. Peterson 7th. Hunter Ingrave in his debut in 8th. Sam Costner in 9th. Hugo Gallas, another top 10 for Hugo. Andy Kirkenbauer just outside of the top 10, 11th. Mason Mitchum 12th. Hysong 13th. Robinson 14th. Dinsdale 15th. Gary Levern 16th. Cannizzaro had himself a good race, but just got caught speeding on pit road. 17th. Durazo, bit of a rough day for him at 18th. Turner Johnson, rough day for him. 19th. Tanner Richards, looks like had a DC issue, and he comes home at 20th, but he was up front all day long. Will Stearns 21st, Averett 22nd, Greenlee 23rd, Rusty Plant 24th, Wagner 25th, Mark Amini 26th, Murph 27th. Not a good day for him. He will be back with a vengeance next week, I'm sure, at New Hampshire, a place that he knows very well. Coker 28th, Baldwin in 29th, Cole in 30th. And Bonczek. He says it's Polish. I'm Polish, so this should be natural for me. I'm very sorry. Bonczek. We'll say Bonczek. Comes home 31st. A 31-car field. Very good recruiting for the league today.
Yes, it is. So in 1 hour and 30 minutes, Taquilla won the race today. And they said it's going to be 4 or 5 yellow flags. So today was 5 cautions. I have to buy the ticket.
Yeah, I have to buy your lottery tickets.
Yeah. This is the numbers. Let's do it. And then, I said maybe 10 millions. I'm going to retire. Might quit. No, I'm going to get part-time. I'm going to say, no, I'm going to come at part-time to my job.
All right. And I guess your Luis Gonzalez Nunez driver of the race, Pacey Pahutsky, up 22 spots.
That's a lot of spot for Pocono. To be honest, you can make 22 in Michigan, Fontana, but it's really hard in Pocono and also Indianapolis too. So really, really good 22 spots for him. And mention for Hugo Galas, 20 spot. He finished on top 10.
Yeah, that's a honorable mention there. Greg Robinson started shotgun in the field. He finished 17 spots better, the 14th, so he did a pretty good job as well. Let's
reach a 19 spot loss.
Yeah.
Oof.
All right, let's get into the interview room, see who is available to talk. And there is Hunter Smith. We'll bring him on down. Here is Hunter Smith, a P3 and another podium today for the Little Eagle Racing driver. Congratulations on getting on a string of these things. Eventually, you know what they say, podiums breed when good finishes lead to podiums, and then podiums eventually breed wins. So we expect at some point later this season or next season that you get that breakthrough win here in the league. But congrats again on another podium. Talk about the race. It was some pretty tough going out there.
I love your enthusiasm. Hopefully we can get a win here soon. Yeah, it's good. Coming into a habit talking to you guys, except every single time except for a P3. But that race had zero strategy. I was just out there running as many laps as I could. It was pretty much, as soon as we got that first caution, it was pretty much just get pedal to the metal. And yeah, just got lucky, fought back, almost went down a lap. But yeah, we just kept it mashed and fuel map 1 and kept it running. So got lucky to get there, sitting third. Edson was tough. He was throwing me a couple of lines. Me and him were getting selfish, but it wasn't until I heard you guys say it, but I didn't realize they were teammates. So then it made me have to drive a whole differently on that last restart.
Ah, okay. I know on that last run to kind of run them down, you kind of had a close moment off of 3, and that kind of caused you a little momentum. Is that kind of when the run for the win kind of fizzled away? It's like, okay, now I just need to stay on the bottom step of the podium?
I mean, I was still going for it, but yeah, Edson surprised me. I backed out of it because I knew Clindy was going to try to take the air off my wing. So I backed out of it to get a really good run out of 3. And I didn't expect Edson to get on my outside, and it completely lost my momentum. But luckily, them two, they went side by side again, going into 1. So I was able to get a pretty decent run to get back on Edson. But yeah, my run was pretty much toast. They left me a gap in turn 3 in the middle. I was able to get it close, but just, I think if I had one more lap, I probably would have had a shot at it.
Well, you improved 6 spots from where you started in 9th. Any shout outs, friends, family, sponsors you want to say hi to before we let you go?
Just good win to Ty and good run for Clinworth. It's coming a habit to see him up front all the time. Obviously, he's been doing it for a little while, but yeah. Just happy with the team. Happy for you guys putting this on, and of course to Shane for doing a good job with his league. And Maletzka, man, these setups are insane. I keep saving them just because they're just so fun to drive. So
that's right. Anything Robert Maletzka related, might as well hold on to it. Pick it apart later.
Exactly. Especially for someone like me who's clueless when I look at that page.
Well, congratulations on another podium finish here, and we'll check you at New Hampshire in about a week.
Sounds good. Appreciate it, guys.
Yeah. We'll drag him back up on into there. So a very happy Hunter Smith. Let's get to Clindy. And there he is. We'll bring him in down now. Here is Clindy, P2 today. Not another win yet this season, but 6 different races, 6 different winners. Not a bad bit of parity for the season, but a big P2 today sure helps you out in the points department. And you might be a little happy. That was a teammate that got the win.
Oh, I'm ecstatic, Gary. I'm so happy that Ty got a dub on broadcast. Like, I'm all for it. I told him on that last restart, I said, I don't care which one of us wins as long as we win, right? And to see that we got Hunter up ahead of Edson, and I think Tanner DC'd, so I think the points are going to be pretty close after this. So second or first, I led a bunch of laps today. I don't know if I led the most, but I really am very, very pleased with how we executed today. That last green flag pit cycle was awesome. Like Ty and I did it perfectly. I could not have asked for a better teammate, or better team, or a better setup. So shout outs to Rob Malechka and all my Rogue Racing teammates, because without them, I wouldn't be on the podium today.
Talk about that race, especially the kind of delayed cautions, or the lengthened cautions, or the delayed greens a little bit later in that race. Catch you off guard at all, or did that just kind of help you guys stay in the lead a little bit longer as things were being sorted out in the back?
It definitely took away any sort of fuel strategy. I think that the cautions fell at a perfect point in the race where the savers kind of got punished, and they got buried in track position. Like I know Craig tried to do something going off sequence, but I don't think he was ever able to recover better than 6th, just because of when and where the cautions fell. I really didn't see any incidents today at all. I was ahead of them, thankfully. So I'll have to go back and watch them. But from what race control was saying, it sounded like people couldn't get in line fast enough on the pacing laps, and it's not that hard to go 75 miles an hour in a straight line. So we'll get that worked out through the rules and through the penalties and stuff.
Shout outs, friends, family, sponsors led. It looks like before you do that, I did want to mention that you led 27 laps today according to timing and scoring. So shout outs.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, first and foremost, Ty Keela. He is like my brother, man. He reads my mind. We work together like two gloves. It's so awesome. I want to say happy birthday to Amy Coker, Shane's mom. I know it's her birthday today, so happy birthday, Mrs. Coker. And shout out to my mom and dad who are watching back home. Shout out to my very, very, very good friend. So good I married him, Ryan Sykes. He's been watching with his jaw slack from amazement with how good my teammates executed teamwork today with me, which was really, really cool. And just shout outs to everybody who we worked with up in the front. And I want to apologize to Matt Wagner. He felt like I gave him an arrow block or an arrow wash late in the race when he was a lap down, but I really just was giving Ty the lead. I wasn't trying to hurt Wags. I was just trying to leave the bottom open for my teammate. So it's teamwork makes the dream work, and without mine, I wouldn't have been here up on the podium. Got to shout out this league, of course, because they sponsor me real American dollars to shout them out. And the Votive Racing League honestly puts on a really good show. And Rob Malechka, like I said, gave us a rocket ship of a setup. You could go anywhere, do anything with the car. It was awesome. So if you want to give it a shout or give us a try, go ahead and sign up on the Discord link. I think it's in the description.
Yep.
And I can give you training and coaching and stuff like that. And then last but not least, thanks to P1 Broadcasting and Segerman Farms, both on my car. Segerman Farms is in Minonk, Illinois for all of your agribusiness needs. And P1 Broadcasting does 5 to 6 different INDYCAR and NASCAR related broadcasts a week. And I'll be uploading our fixed guide for Michigan later tonight. So hopefully everybody tunes into that series so they can learn how to go as fast as I do, because I love having good competition. So that's all for me tonight, Gary. You got a big winner to interview.
Yeah, we will. Congrats on the P2. And we'll check you in a week or so when we get to New Hampshire, a place that owes you a little redemption.
Yeah, I mean, I owe myself for shooting myself in the foot. So we'll see if I can cast a healing spell and get better up in the Northeast. So I'll catch you later.
You got it. All right, that's Clindy. And check out his track guides. This is a big week in the Indy Oval Series on iRacing. Going to Michigan, and those Michigan races always put on a big show. Well, throwing the myth of the green car into the face of the myth is Ty Quilla. Here he is. We'll pull him in down here. The winner of today's POCONO 250 here in the Votive Indy Oval Series. First win here. First win on the broadcast. Good to finally have you, not just on the podium, but on the top step here, brother. Congratulations on the win. Talk about your race.
Hey, thanks. It's good to be here. It's a pretty good race. It's nice to have teammates, I'll say that. Makes things a little bit easier, but there was some good pressure from behind. Edson was fast. We got Fast Hunter, Tanner, we were trying to pull along there, but I'm not sure what happened. I think he got dirty air once and got slid back there, but all in all, it was a pretty chill race. It was just nice to have that early stop there at the end. So that way when that late caution came out, we were fed right back up to the front. So that was a nice tactical move by Clendy to get us in there early. So all in all, pretty mellow race up front. Just kept swapping and just having a good time with the teammates.
A lot of chippiness at some points during the race. A lot of people not happy about one thing or another. Is that a blessing or a curse of the setups being so well here? It looks like anybody, just about anybody, could point their car and race very hard any place on this racetrack. I mean, it was set up that well. Is it just kind of a blessing and the curse of a really good setup?
Absolutely. You know, I think we'd all rather have a good setup and deal with some of the struggles of a good setup than just dealing with a setup that's not as fun to drive. So if that puts us in positions to make contact and we're able to race all race long, I think that's definitely better than the opposite. So thank you for the setups, Malechka. They've been great in this series.
Before we let you get out of here, it's been a while, and I know you've gotten wins before in the Indy Oval Series, just not ones that we've broadcasted. We've had you on the podium before, so this is the first time you're getting a win here on the channel. So congrats on that. I'll just give you the microphone, take all the time you need, make all the shout outs you want, being that your first win here on one of our broadcasts. So go ahead and take your time.
Yeah, no, just thank you to you guys. Big inspiration and trying to get better. So I know we all like seeing ourselves and showing up for family and all that good stuff. So it's fun to push ourselves. Just want to thank Rogue Racing as well. All my teammates there. It's always been a blast. They've been really helping step up my level as well, my level of skill. So big thanks to those guys and just everyone out there. Shane Coker for setting up the league. It's a pretty good league to race in. If you're not in there already, I would definitely recommend it. Pretty good quality racing overall. So yeah, just again, thanks to everyone. Great racing as always.
Well, congratulations on the win, and I suspect that you will definitely enjoy it throughout the week. But we hope to see you back in New Hampshire. And now we have 6 races, 6 different winners. So will race 7 be the first time we get the repeat champion, and will it be Ty? Well, we'll find out next week. Congrats, and we'll catch you at the next one.
Thanks, guys. See you Tuesday.
All right, LGN, man. Exciting race. We saw some stuff happen out there. Some people not happy on how things developed. Other people are thrilled about how things developed. We had a couple delayed starts. Looks like some drivers quite weren't organized coming to the greens, so we'll need to get that straightened out. But all in all, another good learning experience race for a number of these drivers in this series.
Was a really kind of a straight race for some others. Incidents, a lot of mix. Really, we have a lot of talking, but we cannot talk a lot for that. There's just a couple things. So Quilla, Clendy, they started 3 and 2, so basically started front row. So good result for Quilla. We have 6 winners again, but for Tanner Richard because for internet connection. But we don't have the schedule. Sorry, we don't have the standings.
No, they're not updated yet.
Available. No. So I guess Santos gonna be still lead because he finished 4th. So he made the job today to stay on the front. So really good race. Really excited about that. A couple some stuff they need to fix about implementation rules, restarts, and all the stuff, especially in this peak. We always talk about POCONO, about restarted, bad restarted, hit somebody. We don't have that, but we have a disqualified by no follow the procedure restart. So that's a bad thing. And yeah, so pretty good race, better than we saw last week. That's we have we can talk a lot of things today about the old incidents. I said 5 yellow flags. That's what we have, but could be better. Let me tell you, could be better on this league. So next one is
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire, you said, and then we are just 3 to go.
Yeah.
With Charlotte and Indianapolis to the end. So, and 150 laps on New Hampshire. if we see this over here, the people need to understand next week is just patient. And if you don't have a pace, just put the 4 wheels in the track and not try to do nothing difficult, because it's really tough. New Hampshire, we saw in ISRA when the people spun or spun by itself because they forced the car to try to do something in there. So I hope the setup for that race is gonna be good one, because if it's really hot, the track with setup different, it's gonna be super hard for everyone. So I hope it's gonna be that. Yeah, nothing more to say. Really good race for today. Congratulations for Taquilla for win the race today. So see you in one more week with the New Hampshire in Votive INDYCAR Series.
Well, that's it for tonight. Once again, your podium from POCONO Raceway here in the Pocono Mountains of Pennsylvania. It is Taquilla, your winner. 6 different winner and 6 different races this season for the Votive Indy Oval Series. Clindy second, Hunter Smith in third. Join LGN and myself again next week for round 7 of season 2 of the Votive Indy Oval Series as the teams and drivers head to our last short oval of the season at New Hampshire in the Granite State there. Coverage, as always, will start approximately at 7:50 p.m. Eastern Time, again at 7:50 p.m. Eastern. Remember, it's an all-new season, all-new time. We've just gone through a time change, everything, and, you have a hard time just finding the correct time in your area. Just come to YouTube. Go to our channel at youtube.com/P1 Broadcasting, and there you can always find the correct broadcast time in your area. And just click the notify button. You'll be notified before we go live. Now, as you know, the YouTube algorithm game is not easy. Please help support P1 with the weekly grind. Leave a comment below. Let us know you thought of tonight's race and you enjoyed tonight's coverage. Support us by smashing like in the video. If you are new, most importantly, click subscribe. We know 4 out of every 10 of you watch us without subscribing. It's free. It doesn't cost you a thing. Just hit the bell for weekly, and then you get subscribe, and then hit the bell, and you get weekly reminders so don't miss out on more of P1's other iRacing programming, including tomorrow night. The INDYCAR Open Series resumes its Season 2 campaign at Virginia International Raceway. And on a Tuesday night, we'll have the INDYCAR Oval Series going to Michigan. Action starts at 8 p.m. on Monday, 8:15 p.m. on Tuesday. Ring the bell, and you won't miss a single lap. Track cams for this race are provided by Whiplash Sim Cams. Get the most out of your iRacing experience with Whiplash Sim Cams. To learn more, like them on Facebook or follow them on X and Instagram. Links are in the description. For business inquiries and to learn more about P1 and what we do, like us on Facebook. Follow us on X and Instagram. You can follow all of us on our socials. All of our links there are on our socials on Linktree. Just go to Linktree, check them out, and all the links you need to get there are in the description. So for LGN, everyone here at Votive and P1, go ahead.
Before you go, so the standing was updated, so we're gonna be faster. Santos first, 21 behind, Richard 26 behind, Conor Badwell in fourth, 37 behind, and Daniel Durazo in fifth with 37 behind after POCONO.
All right, just in time before we go off the air. Perfect timing. So for LGN, everyone here at Votive and P1, I'm Gary Gonzo saying to all, hey, happy Sunday. And thanks for watching, everybody, and all of our men and women serving in the military and as first responders. Godspeed, God bless, and come home safe. Catch us again next week in Phoenix, or next week, not in Phoenix, in New Hampshire, where Edson Santos continues to be the leader of the points championship for the next race of the Votive Indy Oval Series. We'll see you, everybody.